Great awakening, light lords, and grand rising to those who have not yet awoken. To know that the sun is God, and through the sun, projected onto this earth plane, everything exists in a specific form, and it has a specific role for existence. Now, a couple days ago, I reposted one of my lives. I shared it in a lot of groups, and it got almost 4,000 views. A lot of people were commenting and saying that the sun wasn't God. And someone said that there's other types of energy, dark matter. Have you ever heard of black holes? And etc. But I wonder, I asked these people, did you actually watch the video? Because in the video, I said that there's something behind the sun that's actually creating, or that's actually projecting that light. There's something behind it. Now, to more thoroughly explain, I'm going to be telling you what's behind the sun and giving you a clear explanation down to its simplest form of how light gets to the earth, where their light comes from, and how this existence itself is even experienced, how we even consciously exist on this plane, what your mind is, how to use your mind to manipulate, more efficiently manipulate the energy in this realm that we exist in. First of all, there are 7 natural laws that keep this existence in place. The first of them is the law of mentalism. All is mind. Everything is the mind. Without your mind, to simply explain this, without your own mind, your individual mind, you will not be able to experience the unity of mind, which is the all that is, everything that exists, without one's perception influencing it. So this will tell you that the individual is needed. Every individual, no matter whether they are masculine, feminine, whether you call them homosexual, bisexual, no matter their personal preference, pig, dog, horse, everything is needed for something and should rightfully exist on this plane, this mental plane that we exist on. Without your own mind, without the individual mind, you will not experience reality. Your mind is the only mind. Separation is an illusion. The second law is the law of vibration. Everything in reality moves, even if it looks still. This law has been proven through scientific exploration and through the scientific exploration of one's own mind. Today, science has seen that the atomic particles, the subatomic particles of an atom move constantly. Everything in this reality moves constantly, without fail. No matter how slow it moves or how fast it moves, it must move. Even concrete, a substance that looks so still, or a tree. Something that looks so still is moving. There must be vibration, there must be movement for this reality to exist. This reality is like a motion picture. It is like every millionth of a second or smaller, there is a scene being played. There's a clip in a reel, and that reel is the mind. The third law is the law of correspondence. The law of correspondence states as above, so below. As above, so below. As within, so without. As within, so without. This law states and means that the same thing on this level of existence, whether you perceive it as lower or higher, is the same thing or has the same quality as the things in heaven or in the sky or above or below. If you see this at a middle plane, everything else in the other planes has the exact same quality, but on a different scale. That literally means that from the microscopic to the macroscopic, all of these things are the same thing, just a different size, a different quantity, or a different quality. Atoms are no more than solar systems. The nucleus of an atom holds protons and neutrons. The electron revolves around an atom or electrons. The electron or electrons revolves around an atom. The sun, the center of a galaxy, is the nucleus of the galaxy, the center. And with this different array of electromagnetic waves, from modern science, we can see that it has what is represented as in an atom, proton and neutronic energies. And the electrons, which are the planets, spiral around this nucleus, which we call the sun, and create our galaxy. So on the miniature scale, an atom is equivalent to what on a macro scale is what we call a galaxy or a solar system. It goes deeper than that, but I will continue. The fourth law. The law of rhythm. This law states that the same amount of energy that happens on one end must go back to another end and sway rhythmically. This deals with cycles. Cycles. These cycles must keep taking place. You have different rhythms, though, due to the law of vibration. You have slower movement and wider movements. And you have smaller movements and shorter movements. There's different rhythms. Then there's the law of polarity. This fifth law. The law of polarity states that for one thing to exist, there must be an equal and opposite thing. So this means there is truly no opposite, and all is one, which the mentalism, the law of mentalism states. Because as we can see from having a thermometer, there is always lower. No matter how many microscopes this society makes, they can always make a microscope going smaller and smaller and smaller, seeing smaller and smaller and smaller infinitely. No matter how many telescopes they make to see farther and farther and farther away, they can do it infinitely. No matter how cold something gets, it can still get colder. No matter how hot something gets, it can still get hotter infinitely. No matter which way you go, whether you're going north, east, south, or west, you can keep going in that direction infinitely, forever, without fail, without it stopping. But there is a perceptual end and a perceptual end. Hot, cold, north, south, east, west, etc. The sixth law is the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect states that every cause has an effect and every effect has a cause. To simply put, there is no beginning or end. Everything has reason, though, and everything happens in divine, infinite, eternal timing. Because everything that happens must happen because of something that happened before it. And everything that is happening must have something to happen after it happening. This is infinite. This is an infallible law. All of these laws. You can say in the beginning, but you're only coming from a perceptual standpoint, only one point of consciousness in this whole subconscious realm of infinity and nothingness, reflecting itself back to itself to create it. Really, there is no beginning and there is no end. There is only a marker from which specific beings or a being becomes conscious and then starts to mark its own perceptual precursor of time and begins to start telling time from that point. The seventh law, the law of gender. In this law, there must be a masculine trait and a feminine trait in all things. There must be masculine, there must be structure, there must be order, there must be logistics, there must be analytics, But at the same time, knowing everything is not completely beneficial by itself. So we must have the feminine quality of intuition, unknowingness, abstract thought and feeling, nurturing, caring. With these together, we create the perfect balance, masculine and feminine, the perfect balance in nature, which is what sustains all life. Without a sperm, the spark of life going into an egg cell, which is the potential of anything that can exist, and coming together to create a zygote and forming a fetus, then there will be no biological or sentient human life. These are the natural laws. I wanted to explain these first before I go into detail about explaining what's behind the sun, why, and how it will help us manifest and become gods, or the good of all that is within this plane, and acknowledge what we are. One moment. Need more sunlight. Okay. Now, keep in mind these natural laws as I explain. As I explain, keep in mind these natural laws. The law of mentalism, vibration, polarity, correspondence, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. Because these natural laws will help you guide yourself through everything I'm saying afterwards, after explaining that, after explaining these natural laws. Now we all know that the sun gives off light. But the light itself is just an after effect. The light itself is just an after effect of something else happening. In my video, I did explain this. I explained that there is something behind the sun. There is something behind that sunlight that's actually giving off light. See, light represents consciousness. It represents knowledge. Okay? The light represents knowledge or consciousness. But see, there must be another aspect. Because with just straight light, in all knowingness, there is no enjoyment of that knowing because you know everything. So there must be a precursor for this light, or a conduit for this light to travel in and out of. Addressing the people that say, what about black holes and dark matter? Do you know what melanin is? Now, do you know what melanin is? You ask about dark matter and dark energy and black holes, but as above, so below. If we have melanin here, we have this dark pigmented skin. What do you think the dark pigment is of space? What do you think the dark pigment is of the universe? What do you think the dark pigment is of the cosmos? The law of correspondence will tell you that it behaves the same way. People say that black holes or this dark energy star traps light. No, it does not trap light. That is only part of what they tell you. And you take it to an extreme. You don't fully analyze and keep an open mind about the thing. Instead of accepting something fully without fully analyzing and also accepting that you don't know anything while still searching and doing your best to gain the information. This is the perfect balance between masculine and feminine energy, which is the law of gender. You must know that light and darkness itself are one, because all is the mind. And there must be perfect balance between polarities, which the law of polarity speaks of. But through this polarity and these movements and vibrations of the cause and effect of one another, see, the light must cause the darkness and the darkness must cause the light. But see, we see the light, but you don't see the darkness. What does the darkness do? The black hole does not trap light. The black hole transmits light, like melanin. What melanin does is it takes in the sunlight. Right now, while I'm in the sunlight, my melanin is absorbing the sunlight, holding it, storing it. It is storing sunlight. This is like a battery. It's storing my sunlight, storing the sunlight for me. And it is slowly but surely converting it into vitamin D3, delivering it to my thyroid, and the thyroid sending it to the rest of my body. When we look up and we have a telescope or whatever and we see a black hole, it's doing the exact same thing. It is taking in light and converting that light and sending it to the rest of the cosmos so that the rest of the cosmos can create more galaxies, stars, planets, universes. Black holes act the same way that our melanin does. A black hole is nothing but a melanocyte. In fact, all of the darkness behind the stars, I don't know if y'all ready for this, man. All of the darkness, the so-called dark matter that you see, is a black hole itself. We are literally, you want to know what's in a black hole? We are literally living inside of a black hole. Being projected light from a black hole. We are literally living inside an infinite structure, an infinite black hole. And the sun is an exit point. Every sun, every star that you see is an exit point for that darkness being transmuted and converted into light. That's why when you look at a sun, when you glance at a sun, you can actually see behind the light. If you have enough melanin, if you have enough phenomelanin within your eyes. Hey, babe. Hey. I love myself. Welcome back. Okay, man, I don't have to move the phone again. That's some deep information, man. That's some deep information right there. I hope y'all got that. I hope y'all got that. Because that's some pretty deep information if you ask me. We are literally living all of the darkness behind the stars. All the darkness is a black hole. We living inside of a black hole. You want to know what's in? You want to know what goes through a black hole? Light. Okay. Anything that a black hole touches is gonna take it in, absorb it, just like melanin. It's gonna take it in, absorb it, and convert that energy into what is beneficial for what's behind it, which is another star, which is another galaxy, which is another universe. So when light goes into a black hole, it doesn't get trapped. It gets converted, and it gets converted, and then it gets split off into all of the rest of the universes. Just like when the melanin absorbs light, and it converts it into food for your body. It's the same way, as above, so below. What's behind the sun? Darkness. You're like, damn, how the fuck is darkness, nigga? How the fuck is darkness projecting light? Through electromagnetism. Through the mind. Everything is your mind. All that light that we see, this light right here, the light is just conscious thought. What projected the light is subconscious thought, which is subconscious mind. Your own subconscious mind. See, without your own individualism, there is no all. Without your own individual perspective, there cannot be an all. There cannot be a universe. There cannot be a multiverse. There cannot be existence itself. If you were conscious of this existence, you will be conscious of another existence. You will be in another existence. Everything is infinite. There's a cause and effect. There's polarity. There's vibration. There's the law of gender. There must be balance between all things. So the sun is not just light. The sun is the perfect balance of all 7 hermetic principles. The sun is the perfect balance of all 7 natural laws in the universe. Just like your body is, just like the earth is, just like a blade of grass is. Everything in this universe must exist with these 7 natural laws in some specific form and play a specific role to be a benefit for the all of that is. By being a specific form of the all of that is in an individual form. I think it just flew over your head. I think it's flying over your head. I think it's gonna fly over your head when you hear this. If you really don't think about it like, bruh, the sun is a black hole. Let me go deeper for you. Every atom in the earth, every single atom in the earth was an earth. Did you hear me? Every single atom in the earth, was an earth and is an earth. Every single atom in the earth was a galaxy with an earth. See what happens when we attain divine unity? When we attain divine unity, all of the gods on the earth, all of the divine beings on the earth, they become so conscious of them being all one that their minds expand outside of the realm to the point where the whole universe that we're living in right now, the known universe, the galaxy, it gets as small as an atom. our mind expands. Our mind expands. Our mind it really doesn't expand, it transforms, okay? Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transforms. So what happens is our mind transforms to a higher state. And when our mind transforms to a higher state, then everything that we thought was big, perceptual wise, gets smaller. So all of the atoms, all these trillions and trillions and trillions of atoms, for us to even get to this point, to where we are now, conscious of certain things here now, for us to even get to this point, we already existed on all of these atoms. We existed, and we still exist on these atoms. That's how we get information. Every single atom here, every single atom in this waters of Nu, in this quantum soup, is a specific thought. That's a lot of thoughts, ain't it? That's a lot of thoughts, huh? It's a specific thought. It was a specific purpose, a specific purpose of existence. So that means it was a specific universe. That means it was a specific existence. That means it had its own purpose, it had a whole bunch of beings living in it, within it, conscious beings just like us, which were us. And when our minds detached from that realm, it expanded and became a building block, a subconscious thought, which is the building blocks of consciousness, and molders of waves that become particles through perception, through conscious perception. Building blocks. We zoom out of it. I'm talking about zoom like fast. We became conscious. We became conscious of the fact that we are one, literally, and it's to the point where we expand our mind. Then this earth and all the planets and the sun and all that is zoom out so fast, like zoom, encapsulated in darkness. It's like light in one spot. Bing! Atom. Then guess what? All the rest of the stars and shit, the new stars or whatever that we got now, come from that darkness. Come from that converted darkness. Transmuted darkness. The mind reflecting back to itself, the nothingness reflecting back to itself through invisible mirrors, creating visibility. We're invisible to our eyesight right now anyway. And creating a star. And then all the stars got created again, and all the conscious thoughts start hitting each other, making planets, making different suns again. All the stars out there, suns. All the stars out there, atoms. All the atoms here on Earth are galaxies. As above, so below. And everything that we doing here, see, we conscious here. So everything that we doing here, all the light that we seeing here is actually being projected from our eyes. It's being projected from the conscious plants, from the conscious animals. It's being projected out of us and going to the black hole. And the black hole sucking it and spewing it out and creating light that's coming back to us, and we converting the information and sending it back. The earth plane. The earth plane is sending out information to the black hole. The black hole is sending out light, converting that light back into information for the earth plane. So we create our own existence. We literally creating our own existence through conscious thought. People talk about parasites and vicious animals that eat meat. Why we don't eat meat and stuff like, why we not supposed to eat meat and stuff like that. And why mosquitoes exist? Why do ticks exist? Why do spiders and all these things exist here? Because of thinking. Because you thought them to exist here. But see, you weren't conscious of that thought. That was a subconscious thought. It had to come so that you can become conscious of it. Then when you become conscious of it, you be like, oh shit. Either you don't understand it when you become conscious of it, you just be like, okay, it's here, I don't know. And then when you become so conscious till you be like, damn. If I don't eat meat, if no humans on the earth plane, because humans are the physical representation of the full consciousness of this earth. The humans are the earth, okay? So we the full sentient part of the earth. We're the walking trees, so we're a higher form of plants. We're a higher form of the plants and animals mixed together. Our bodies are, okay? Our consciousness is streamed from the all of that is, which is a whole nother plane of existence. Which is a whole nother plane. I ain't even gonna get into that in this video. That's a whole nother plane. But our bodies are literally mixture of the plants and animals' DNA mixed together and amplified. So we're the most conscious beings on this planet right now. We just not acting like it. We so conscious that we fucked our own selves up and we living in a lower self instead of our higher self. But since humans eat meat and shit and think parasitically, since we think parasitically, now we got parasites, we got mosquitoes, we got ticks and spiders and shit that suck blood and sloths. See, every animal is a perspective. Every animal is a complementalization of a specific part of a human mentality. So what's going on is we got tigers, which is vicious motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They got good qualities, but they, you know what I'm saying, they eat meat and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you got fucking hyenas and shit. They always running around, want to catch something to eat, vicious as fuck. You got scavenger birds that come down, fuck your ass up, eat you, eat dead shit. You got mosquitoes. Now I'm not saying these beings didn't exist before we started thinking like that. But what I'm saying is they existed in a different way. They had a different purpose. Their purposes changed. See, every specific gene you have in your body has a specific purpose due to the environment, due to the climate. So when if we changed, if we actually knew that we were all one and we changed our minds and said, fuck that, we not eating no more bullshit. We eat straight fruits, vegetables. We gonna be B6ians, peopletarians, all that, being the best human beings ever. Everybody on the motherfucking plane. We must get it because we gonna send that vibe out to the black hole, which you call the sun, and it's gonna convert that invisible energy, which is our feeling, the invisible electromagnetic energy, electromagnetic wave of the earth plane, which has its own electromagnetic plane that your heart connects to, and it's gonna send that energy out to the black hole. Then the black hole is gonna convert that invisible energy into visible light, which you call sunlight, and send it back to the earth, which is gonna affect the plants and animals, genes of this earth plane to cut on the more prosperous purpose, the more prosperous genes, because the whole environment changed. Because the whole environment changed, all the animals, all the species on this earth have to change genetically. All is the mind. All is the mind. So first start with your mind. You trying to build black businesses and shit like that? No, get back to nature. Get back to nature. The 7 natural laws, all you need, accompanied with the 42 laws of Mayat. I am Ja Mashak. I am here to live out and teach higher wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness. And I say today, I prophesy right now, we will get in tune with nature. We will stop the bull crap. Stop eating all this freaking meat. Get away from these dairy products. Get in tune with the earth that you stand on. Ground to the earth with your feet and your hands. Get muddy. Get those vitamin B12s. Get those minerals. Drink fresh, clean spring water. We're going to get all this in order. Sleep on the motherfucking ground. Sleep closer to the ground. You don't have to literally sleep on the ground like bare naked. You can get a tent. Shout out to Carbonation for sparking me. I love myself. Share this video. It's some deep, deep information, man. Share this video. I love myself, family. Peace.